First off, I want to thank Maureen, her husband Daniel, for your incredible strength in being here today. Yeah, I know it's not easy to talk about this, and I just want to start off by acknowledging your incredible strength.
Thank you.
Marcy Bishop as well, thank you for being here. You know, in August 2016, 13-year-old Daniel Fitzpatrick took his own life as a direct result of bullying. And now, as a consequence of the advocacy work done by the incredible group of people behind me, we're starting to save lives. There are so many people who have benefited from the unbelievable efforts of the Fitzpatrick family. And many more are going to benefit as a result of this bill. 1 out of every 5 kids today in the United States of America are bullied. Almost half of the students in our borough report that they've experienced some type of harassment or intimidation from other students in their own schools. Now, while bullying may not always cause an instance like suicide, it can also contribute to the developmental issues as well as exacerbate physical and mental health problems. We have to do more to prevent bullying and its devastating aftermath. And that's why I am proud to announce that this week I will introduce Danny's Law in honor of Danny Fitzpatrick. This bill will establish a presidential anti-bullying roundtable, which will provide expert advice on how to address bullying in our schools. There's a persistent need to equip parents, educators, lawmakers with data and best practices to ensure that bullying will not claim more lives. What it will do, in essence, like so many complex problems, is bring a diverse group of people to the table to analyze data and to give the President of the United States, as well as Congress, the best and most up-to-date recommendations for how to go forward. This bill is bipartisan. I'm proud to have the support of Representatives Haley Stevens, Tom Reed, and Peter King, who've all shown incredible leadership in confronting bullying in its varying forms. I would also like to recognize the work of my predecessor, Dan Donovan, who also introduced this bill in the last Congress. This bill is a nonpartisan issue, and with the support of my colleagues, I'm confident that the House will pass this bill and bring us one step closer to ending the scourge of bullying nationwide. And we also have to build on local successes. I'd be remiss not to mention the work being done by my friends on the island. District Attorney Mike McMahon's Step Up, Step Forward, Stop Bullying initiative raises awareness by directly involving students. His anti-bullying contest gives students the opportunity to express respect and tolerance for all people, as well as their opposition to bullying and violence. Now I'm committed to doing my part to ensure that Staten Island and South Brooklyn remains the best place to raise a young family. Whatever the issue, I ask the community to use my office as a resource, use the DA's office as a resource, as I know they want, so that we can fight for the issues that matter most to you. And with that, I would like to invite Maureen up to the podium to say a few words. Thank you again for your incredible leadership.
Thank you. I'm very proud to be here and look forward to actually changing lives and saving lives with Danny's Law. It's a gate opener. I believe that this is the start of improvement, but it takes work like anything else. Hard work is going to be involved, and I have full confidence that this will pass. We need this. Our youth has a right to attend school in safe environments, and unfortunately, they are very hostile environments now. I also believe that this can also be the gate opener of what could hopefully give birth to an emotional literacy program, a curriculum, because bullying is learned behavior, it's taught behavior, and it's my hopes to see that Danny's Law evolves into an emotional literacy program that teaches positive behavior and will help be a deterrent to the effects of bullying to change lives and save lives. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you like to comment on that? No. So with that, we'd love to entertain any questions you all may have.
Maureen, this question for Maureen, would you be able to just kind of talk about what happened to your son, if you wouldn't mind, or if you're, if you're comfortable doing so?
Could I refer to my lawyer if you don't mind? Because
Sure.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. 'Cause my-
Sure. Just some background.
Okay.
We could also send,
Well, he was bullied relentlessly in school. We went to his principals, his teachers, everybody in the school to try to get help for him to stop the bullying, for them to enforce their bully policy. We turned to his pediatricians for help for his mental health because we were concerned about him. And in the end, we went to the police department and filed a report because our son was assaulted, and which resulted in a fractured finger, and there was no arrest made. So we turned to everybody we could, and now I have turned to Congressman Rose for help.
Do you feel like it may be difficult for some kids who are being bullied to come to their parents and take that step and open up about it to get help or to stop, to end it?
Absolutely, that's part of what I'm hoping to change the perspective of accountability. There's a lot of shame and blame is attached to that. It's stigmatized. So my hopes with the emotional literacy program would be to change the perception of accountability to just becoming better versions of ourselves, learning lessons, which is in essence is what it is. So if that is successful, then I believe that more students will stand up and speak out, and then the kids who are doing the bullying won't feel as embarrassed or ashamed of being the bully, because they too need help. It's not normal that they're doing this to people, whoever it is, at any age. So they're broken, their hearts are broken. They need healing too. And I ask everybody to stand in this place of compassion for them as well.
You said it's learned behavior. Where are they learning?
That could be various sources. It could be, in the school peer pressure. Peer-to-peer, it has a powerful influence. So that's why I'm trying to change it to the positive. There's more kids that are actually coming to me and wanting to participate in my son's foundation and do acts, promote kindness. And they want to help in any way they can. They wear the shirts, they wear the bracelets, they speak out about how important it is not to bully. One of my followers, she's actually my goddaughter, but she actually just created a little lemonade stand last week to raise funds for the foundation and to talk about Danny's Law. She had a copy of the old bill and the change that we're seeking to make. And there's kids that are young that really are reaching out to me that want to do something because they're the victims of bullying and they're tired of it.
Thank you.
I have a quick question for the Congressman.
Yep.
I know you spoke a lot about how this law is going to collect data and present it to the President and Congress. I was wondering if also includes some kind of training for teachers and people in schools who
Sure.
might be the first one who kids refer to.
Absolutely. Well, look, that is, you hit the nail on the head, is that this is an incredibly complex problem, and what this law will create is one central entity within the administration where we can analyze the necessarily holistic toolkit required to address it, and that will, of course, I presume, include some type of training for teachers, but it very well may look beyond our educational institutions. Social media is a huge problem here as well that we should not be ignoring. It shudders to think how difficult it can be to be a young person these days, where bullying can be promoted on actual technological platforms, and not only promoted but exacerbated. So I fully expect that this will not only be a unit that will, as I said, analyze this problem and figure out how to fully address it, but it will also be an entity within the administration and within Congress as a whole that will ensure that the issue of anti-bullying will not fall off the radar. We should not have to experience tragedy in order to bring this issue to the forefront. Thousands, millions of children are experiencing it. And it has got to be amongst the priorities for any leadership, Republican or Democrat.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank you.